Hello, my fellow Retromaniacs. Welcome to Let's Read Super Mario Kart Manual. Now, you may wonder, why would I want to read a 30-year-old manual of a game that I have already streamed? Well, I should know the controls, right? But it's not about that. You see, when I had NES and Super NES, many of the games I had were missing the box and the manual. So yeah, I've never read any of the games I liked. Well, I used to have my manual for Yoshi's Island and a couple of other games, but there were games that I only had the cartridge. So yeah, it's interesting to come back to the game and see and imagine, what if I had the box and the manual? What did I miss by not having the manual? So it's great to now to be able to read the manuals, because they are on the internet. This was in fact from the official Nintendo website, since this Super Mario Kart is part of SNES SNES Classic, so you can download this for free from Nintendo SNES Classic website. So yeah, let's read the manual. Thank you for selecting the Super Mario Kart Game Pack. It's interesting, it's not cartridge, it's Game Pack for your Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Registered mark. And yeah, 1992. It's almost 30 years old. I think one day, if Nintendo is planning to have like 30-year celebration in 2 years, probably they are in development of creating new Mario Kart game for Switch, maybe. Introduction. Hi everybody, thanks for dropping by the Super Mario Kart racetrack. My name is Lucky2. I run this track. If you need my help, I'll be around. We race one-seater metal pipe frame go-karts here. There are two engine sizes to choose from, 50cc or 100cc. Aha, but there's also 150cc. But it's a secret. All of the go-karts are more or less the same. It's the individual drivers that make the difference when it comes to winning. Each driver has their strengths and weaknesses. Try using different drivers until you find the best one for you. I think there's like the cutting floor community have a prototype version where there were no Mario characters in the early stage of the development. I don't know if they actually planned the game always to have Mario characters, but yeah, it's interesting whether the game had gotten any attention, if it's been if it had only had like some random human characters. Probably not. This game pack has a battery-packed memory that saves the best time trial times and keeps track of which trophy cups you have earned. If you switch this game pack on and off repeatedly, you may erase the saved information. Yeah, they all usually warn about this, that you might accidentally erase your games, but I think it never happened to me, even though I was a stupid kid and I would probably reset the game quite often. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I know the controls, I don't need to read those. Unless there's something secret I've been missing for all 30 years. It might happen when you play the game without any manuals. You might accidentally play the game without even finding out that there's like a secret move or some combo you can do, because you didn't have the manual, or you had the manual but you didn't read it. So that would be funny to find out that it. So yeah, I'm going to read manuals of the games I have played. So it will be interesting to see if there are any secret controls or secret moves that weren't actually secret. I just never figured them out. So yeah. Select button switches to and from the rear view. Yeah, this is something many people don't know or just don't care. They tend to forget it. I never actually used the rear view mirror. I think it was just disorienting. I like to see the map screen instead. L button makes your kart hop or do a power slide. So wait a second. I thought the R button also make you hop. Oh yeah, of course, yeah, they're the same. X button switches to rear view mirror in one-player game. Same as select button. Cancel entries. Okay. Acceleration and entering on selection screens. Mario. Donkey Kong Jr. Yeah, I don't know why they included Donkey Kong Jr. and not the original Donkey Kong. The reason might be because when this game was developed in 1992, I think Rare had already bought or got the rights for the Donkey Kong, so only Donkey Kong Jr. was left for Nintendo to use. And yeah, and since Microsoft acquired Rare, Nintendo has dropped Donkey Kong Jr. I think Mario Tennis for N64 was one of the last games that had Donkey Kong Jr. Although I don't know the modern games, maybe they have Donkey Kong Jr. again in the game. In the games where there are multiple characters. Although it would be quite weird to see Donkey Kong Jr. and Donkey Kong at the same time, because they're like supposed to be like father and son. So yeah, one should be much older, and Donkey Kong Jr. should be older than Donkey Kong, because he's like the father of Donkey Kong. And Cranky Kong is, of course, father of Donkey Kong Jr., the original Donkey Kong from Jumpman. Yeah, I've read Wikipedia. If you press the L or R button, your cart will make a small hop. If you use the control pad at the same time, you can do a power slide to the starting line. Go-kart racing is simple to learn, but it takes great patience and determination to master. Some go-kart racers have gone on to become world-class Formula 1. Shouldn't there be a registered mark? Formula 1? It's a brand, you know. Formula 1 drivers. To start racing, insert the Super Mario Kart game pack into a Super NES unit and turn the power on. When the title screen appears, press the B button and pick your desired game mode. So many choices. In the Mario Kart GP, you can select either 150cc or 100cc pod. The 100cc machine is quite a bit quicker than the 50cc one. The other drivers are more aggressive in the 100cc races too. If you're just starting out, you may want to warm up with the 50cc machines. Races other than the Mario Kart GP always use the 100cc machines. Oh, I didn't know that. So if I went to karting, there would be only 100cc machines, or that would be the starting engine size, maybe. But this is 30-year-old knowledge, so maybe today they are using, I don't know, electricity or something like that. Use the control pad to move the cursor when making selections. Yeah. That's so basic information. A total of 8 carts line up for the GP race. 2 human players against 6 opponents. Battle mode. It's 2 players in an arena doing what else? Battle. Choose your driver. I wanna see a Mario Kart mode where there's Hydro Thunder announcer in the menu. Choose your driver. Choose your track. Midway. Choose from the 8 available drivers. Course selection varies depending on the type of game played. Mario Kart GP. Mushroom Cup, Flower Cup, Star Cup. Pick the cup race you want to enter. Each cup circuit has 5 different tracks. There is a special cup race that you can only enter after mastering the others in the 100cc class. Oh, secrets. If you are in the time trial mode, the top 5 records for each track will be shown. Battle mode. Choose a course from the 4 special spell courses. I always found the tarmac one, the last one, being the funniest. It was cool. To clear the battery-packed memory and erase all the records stored in your game pack, press L, R, Y, and A at the same time on control 1 when the title screen is displayed. This I didn't know. If you want to clear only the time trial records and leave the GP Cup information, go to the course records and you wish to delete, then press R and L, R, Y, and A at the same time on control 1. Cool. Koopa Troopa is so cute. It's a very good scan. I think it's not even a scan, it's a like original master manual by Nintendo. Racing rules. You'll start the Mario Kart GP in 8th place. As soon as the starting lights turns green, the race begins. If you rev your engine too high before the green light, you'll peel out. Experiment to find the best way to accelerate at the starting line. Half of the screen will show an overview of the course and where all of the racers are currently. To change this view to your rear view mirror and see what's going on behind you, press the X button and select button. Or the select button. The bottom right of the racing screen shows what place you are in. Number of cards remaining. Oh wait! I never paid any attention to this number. I always thought this. Oh yes, it's the number of lives. Yeah. But when I was a kid, I never realized that the coins made you faster. Maybe I noticed it in intuition, but I'm not sure if I had a clear understanding of it, because I wouldn't collect the coins on purpose. It just happened if I happened to run over any coins. But nowadays, of course, if I play the game, I want to collect coins to speed up. Each race is 5 laps. If you place in the top 4 finishing positions, you can go to the next course in the circuit. If you place 5th or lower, you'll lose one of your extra cards and you'll have to try that race again. After the winning card crosses the finish line, finishing positions will be displayed on the left side of the screen. You lost. Each time you choose retry, you lose one of your remaining cards. You start the game with 4 cards total, so you can retry 3 times. Yeah, this is the thing I was talking about in my Mario Kart DS, because I think retry was missing there completely. And that was kind of weird. Or maybe I didn't read the manual, that's the reason. I didn't understand how to retry, because I didn't have the manual. I must read the manual for Mario Kart DS. If you press start button during a race, the game will pause. You can choose to give up or select no to return to the race. Every time you give up, you lose one of your remaining cards. Standings. The racers who place in the top 4 receive points. At the end of the circuit, the overall winner will be determined by the number of points. At the end of the circuit, the end of the cup. Shouldn't it say the end of the cup? Yeah, it's interesting that it's using the same point system. Well, not exactly, but in Formula 1, they used to give only 9 points for win for a long time. I'm not sure which year they changed the rules to award 10 points. Maybe in 1994. But yeah. Drivers who come in 5th place or lower have to retry or end the game. Points are only awarded for placing in the top 4. The place you finish in will be your starting position for the next race. For example, if you come in second place, you'll start in the second position in the next race. Stuff on the track. It's stuff. Just stuff. Zipper. Okay, it's got a name, and I always call it an arrow. Run over this and you'll zip. Jump. Run over this to jump. Well, this I also called a jump. Question blocks. When you run over a question block, you never know what you're going to get. The item box at the top of the screen will spin through the different items. When it stops, you have that item. Use the item. Press the A button. After you run over a question block, it will turn red. If you are already carrying an item, you won't be able to pick up another one. It's interesting that in DS version of Retro Tracks, they didn't have these flat question blocks, but the modern floating transparent question blocks. So they didn't change the game engine in DS version for the Retro Tracks. Items. Press the A button to use. Green shell. Yeah, this is where it all began. Use the green shell to fire at enemy carts. A hit will send an enemy into a spin. Green shells can bounce off barriers, so you can try to bank shots too. Red shell. The red shell is a lot like the green shell, except it works like a guided missile. If you have an enemy in your sight, let the red shell go. Unless you are too close or too far away, the red shell rarely misses its mark. Yeah, it misses if the enemy is behind a wall. In the DS version, red shells have some AI, so they can follow and go around the corner, so they are better. They don't just go the shortest way and get knocked off. Banana peel. Oh, banana. When a cart hits a banana peel, it will spin out. Feather. The feather allows you to jump much higher than if you used the L or R button. Use this to jump over enemies or clear obstacles, or for shortcuts. Mushroom. You get temporary bursts of speed by using a mushroom. Sometimes you can make an enemy spin out if you hit them while you are using a mushroom. I think that depends on the weight. If you are Donkey Kong Jr. or Bowser, you can spin them, but not as a Koopa Trooper or Toad. Using the star makes you invincible for a short period of time. During this time, your speed increases and you are immune to enemy attacks. If you fall into water, lava, or off an edge, you will lose your invincibility. The star is very useful. You don't say. Lightning bolt. Use the lightning bolt and you'll see a big flash. After the flash, all of the other racers will become smaller in size for a while. During this time, they will move slower and are very vulnerable. Yeah, run over them. Coin. The coin adds 2 coins to your total. Push the A button right away when you get the coin. Collect as many as you can. They don't say why. The ghost makes you and your cart invisible. not boo, it's just ghost. You'll also be able to take your opponent's item. Yeah, but the thing is that the computer players don't use items, so in reality they just give you another item. No, lightning and coins only appear in the GP and match race modes. Ghost only appears in battle mode. Oh, okay, yeah. So you cannot get Ghost in the GP mode because the computers do not have any items. Mario Kart GP 2 players. A split screen is used in two-player mode so that you and your opponent can compete at the same time. The racer using controller 1 will start in 8th place and the racer using controller 2 will start in 7th place. If either player finishes in the top 4, both will go on to the next race. I would play this quite often with my friends. It's great fun. The time trial is great for practicing. There are no items or coins to worry about. Just a nice clean racetrack. The top 5 times and drivers for each track are saved in your game pack. You can race on any track and choose any driver. When you finish a time trial, your finishing time will be displayed. At this point you can choose to retry the track or choose a new one. If you pick replay, you can watch how you did it in the last race. If you pause the game or do some really weird driving, the replay option may not appear. Some really weird driving. In other words, if you are like going in the water and or hopping with the feather outside the bounds of the racetracks, then they cannot save the replay. Match race. This is one-on-one, head-to-head race to the finish. Use your items wisely to put yourself in the winner's circle. Battle mode. Each player has 3 balloons protecting the cart. The object here is to burst all 3 of your opponent's balloons using items that you obtain from the question blocks. Whoever runs out of balloons first loses. How to win in battle mode. Look at the color of the barriers on your opponent's screen to determine where they are. Use the star to your advantage. While you are invincible, it's possible to hit your opponents multiple times. You can eliminate banana peels with shells. Always keep an eye on your opponent's screen. Yeah. That's cheating. If it was a multiplayer game via online, but you can do that. And they should add another rule. Push your friends' control out of their hands or cover their eyes with your hand. That will work. The win-loss indicator in battle mode or match race show up to 99 wins and losses. Okay, what will happen then? Well, the game's just soft luck. Before you start playing the battle mode or match race, it's a good idea to set a limit. For example, the first person to win 3 rounds wins the game. If one of the players gives up, that race is a draw. To reset the win-loss indicator, turn the power off, then back on. The reset button does not reset the win-loss indicator. Interesting. Interesting, this detail. Secret weapons for winning. Power sliding. Experiment with using the L and R buttons when turning corners. If you time it just right, you can do a power slide. You'll find it possible but difficult to take sharp corners without letting up on the gas. B button, control pad plus L or R button. causes tight turn, speed through tight corners. I like this graphic style. They should make a Mario Kart with this graphic style. It's like, it would be like Cuphead, but Mario Kart. I'm so fed up with the current 3D candy soft, aimed for kids, cute 3D models. They're so old. They should at Nintendo just make a new Mario design, and I would think based on this graphic style would be just wonderful to have a hand-drawn Mario Kart game or Mario game. If your timing isn't quite right, you may slide off the course or even spin out. If you find yourself going out of control, let up on the gas. This applies to normal driving too. Yeah. But we are kids, we don't have a driver's license. Also, power slides are very useful in battle mode when you are trying to get away from an opponent that is on your tail. You mean friend? I don't call my friend my opponents. Collect the coins. Coins are all over the ground. Keep an eye open for them and always know how many coins you have. Each coin you pick up to 10 makes your cart go faster. Okay, I must say I didn't know that. Well, as a kid I didn't know that, but even now I thought that you can pick up to, 50 coins and it always makes you faster. But so there's a limit of 10. Whenever an enemy runs into you or you spin out, you lose coins. Lucky will also charge you if he needs to pick you up. If you don't have any coins and an enemy hits you, you will spin out. So be sure to collect as many as you can. So is this like if you are hit by Bowser and you have coins, they will just take your coins, but if you don't have any coins, you will spin out. Okay, I can say that makes sense because what's happened to me many times. Any number of coins over 10 are surplus. Yeah. At the beginning of a race, the number of coins you have is determined by your starting position. So you get more coins the lower your starting position. Got it. How many coins do you lose when? Okay, spin, item attack 4 coins, lucky to towing charge 2 coins, collision with enemy cart 1 coin. If you lose all your coins, be real careful about colliding with enemy racers. If you need to be towed and you have no coins, lucky will take care of you anyway. Hey, he's a nice guy. You cannot carry your coins to another course. You need to start over collecting. Also, remember that you must be on the ground to collect coins. Even if you are slightly off the ground, you cannot collect coins. So, if you are pressing R or L, you don't collect coins because you jump over them, right? Okay. The 8 kart drivers. There are basically four types of kart drivers. If each player picks the same type of driver in 2-player mode, the race should be very close. The Bros. Standard performance. Mario and Luigi. The Mario brothers have pretty much the same abilities in kart driving. Mario and Luigi have had a friendly rivalry that goes back to their childhood. You can expect a heated contest between them. When Mario and Luigi are computer controlled, they try to block your path. Alright. I don't know what's so special about that. The dragon and the lady. Fast acceleration. Princess and Yoshi. At first you might think that the princess and Yoshi would have nothing in common, except their fondness for Mario. As it turns out, they have the same driving ability. Both of these racers have very fast acceleration. As enemies, the princess will toss poison mushrooms in your path, and Yoshi will use eggs to hinder your progress. The showdown. High-top speed. Bowser and Donkey Kong Jr. These two drivers have long been Mario's arch enemies. They are both rather hefty, so they have slow acceleration, but their top speed is great. As enemies, look out for Bowser's fireballs and Donkey Kong Jr.'s banana peels. These two really throw their weight around. Stay clear of them. The small guys. Because of their excellent traction, these guys are really good for beginners. Good control, Koopa Troopa and Toad. Neither of these racers have qualities that make them stand out. They are, however, good all-around racers with better than average control in corners. They do not skid as easy. These racers are good for beginners who are just learning to race. In the GP race, as enemies, Koopa Troopa will drop shells and Toad will place poison mushroom on the track. I don't know why they didn't give Princess a special weapon. Just use the same for Toad. Performance chart. This shows the best cards for each track. Try to pick up cards that will work well for the whole circuit. The best of the best. Okay. So, I don't know how they made this chart because I don't think this is truthful. I don't know why Mario or Luigi should be bad at Choco Island or Koopa Beach. It's probably based on the layout, but doesn't matter in the end. What matters is how you play the game, how good you are. Koopa Troopa and Toad are good at steering carts, while the Princess and Yoshi have some trouble with the steering wheel. If Koopa Troopa and Toad collide with the immense Bowser or Donkey Kong Jr., they will be bounced around a bit. In the GP race, the cart in front of you or behind you may try to make your race more difficult by tossing things onto the track. The best thing to do is concentrate on avoiding these objects. As you get closer to the front of the pack, these attacks get worse. Wait a second. The circuits. Course characteristics. Slipperiness. Okay, there are many attributes here. The slipperiness differs depending on the course. There are 4 levels of slipperiness. The bigger the number, the more slippery is the course. Mario Circuit, a paved track with good traction. Look out for the pipes. Donut plains, tranquil setting with a beautiful pond. Pipes or coppers may get in your way. Ghost Valley, a track made of wood, built a long time ago. Why is But there are no special obstacles. That's why the picture is absent. But be sure to keep your eyes peeled for holes. Enemies have a way of making racing difficult as possible for you. Do your best to avoid their attacks. Yeah, it's interesting that also the enemies can hop over the items they're using. For example, I'm the only one who can get hit by the poison mushroom. I think the other computer players just jump automatically over those. Special Cup. The Special Cup is a secret cup race for 100cc racers. Only drivers who have won the gold in the other 3 cups can compete here. Bowser Castle. A course made of stones set on a bed of lava. Be careful, or you'll get thumped. Choco Island, Slipperiness 3. A dirt course in the desert. The infamous piranha plant hangs out here. Koopa Beach. A race on the beach around a small island. The flopping Cheep Cheep makes its home here. Vanilla Lake. A frozen lake that is very slick. Pipes and holes in the ice should be avoided at all costs. And Mushroom Cup. If you run into an oil slick, you'll spin out. Steer around them when possible. If a copper hops on your cart, shake it off by pressing the L or R buttons repeatedly. The dark blue water around Koopa Beach is very deep. Be careful. Yeah, and by looking at the tracks, you could find this secret shortcuts. For example, I think yeah, there's a secret here. You can jump over this gap with the feather and yeah. Battle course. I would always use the feather and just try to jump into this green patch of grass. It would be so funny to land there. Or this patch of dirt. Battle course 1 is a practice course. By what logic? Master tips. If you are skidding in a corner, let up on the gas to regain control. These carts cannot go in reverse. If you need to turn around, hop with the L or R buttons. Yeah, wait a second. Can you reverse in Mario Kart 64? I think you can, but I'm not sure. You cannot hop over obstacles such as banana peels. Use a feather and jump over them. If you fall into the water, you can still move slowly, but never fear. I will rescue you with my trusty fishing pole. Oh, it's been Lucky 2 who's been talking all time. Well, I'm not doing my Lucky 2 voice. Or should I? Even if you fall off the edge of a Ghost Valley track, or into the lava on one of the Bowser Castle tracks, I'll quickly reel you into safety. Items cannot be picked up when you are off the ground. If you race well enough in the time trials, then choose the same course again. You may be able to race against yourself. Yeah, it's the ghost. If you're going the wrong way, I will swoop onto the screen with the yellow X flag. There is a special challenge waiting for you if you can get the gold trophy in the 100cc Special Cup. Wait a second, what is it? 150cc Cup. Yeah, of course. And that's the manual. So, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.